John and whatever the he has to say about my music being whack. At the end of the day, I could John, he ain't a Don. Anyway, the list goes on. All these talking shit, but I'm strong. I don't give a. You can suck my King Kong, suck my King Kong, suck my King Kong. This big is black and it's long. All these talking all that shit every day. I don't give a. But the no, I'm kidding. I'm a little lit. I'm a little lit. These, I'm gonna do what the I want. Like, what the is wrong with all these raggedy.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of All Things Davon, where there's no limits, no filters, honest conversations, and yes, the truth we all can relate to. Now, today's guest is somebody that's been talked about a lot just after these first few episodes of Bad Boys Dominican Republic. From the sprinter arguments to the hand injury situation, and even the internet reacted to his personality, people definitely formed their opinions already. But before we get on to all the chaos in the show, I want to start from the beginning. So without further ado, welcome the one and the only Korri Samad.
Oh, stop, people! Stop.
Like, stop. Keep coming. Keep coming.
Oh, please. What's up, mother? It's your boy Korri Samad, coming all the way from the month 973, sitting in my kitchen in LA, just vibing out doing this interview. I stand for the truth, and you can suck a if you hate me. Yeah, you can. You.
I'm assuming you're doing great today.
I'm doing great. I'm doing fantabulous. We're having a great day over here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just chilling. I just dropped some new pictures. They're fire. I'm dropping new music this Friday, which I'm really excited about. It'll probably be out maybe by the time this interview comes out. Not sure, but yeah.
Speaking of music, how did you feel when John was talking about your music?
Okay, so this is John. Like, I feel like he's halfway kidding. Like, he can be serious. I don't really know how he feels, and I don't really
You're
go.
not, no.
John, John. Well, I don't give a. My music is better than that trash that he put out and that he calls music. I really asked for his opinion because I know my shit was better than his to see what the he had to say. So what the yo, John? No, I love John though, and he's like my big brother. But he's little, like he's like my little brother though, because I'm a year older than that. For whatever,
Really?
yes, I'm a year older than John, and like the way that he like that we go at it, he's like my big brother. Like that's just crazy. So that's
Yeah,
why all,
that's the vibe he gives.
yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? So all the rumors like and online and shit, it just really annoys me because it's just like he's a straight man. Like I hate that people like to play with his sexuality and stuff. Like there's never been an instance that, you know, is ever been like that at all with that. Like he's just like my brother. And I grew up with like I have 4 brothers, so it's just weird to see all that shit. Like it's like and it's so disrespectful. And for me as like a queer black man, it's like, well, you guys don't think that I could have straight friends? Like
Or
y'all are
like that
weird.
situation, you can't like coexist in the same
Yeah, it
realm.
can't coexist in the same realm. And that just shows how limited and stupid people's minds are. And so that's why even like a lot of the hate that I get, I just know that you can't put me in a box, you know, and a lot of people are used to like one archetype that they can gravitate towards. And a lot of, you know, our castmates are archetypes that people have seen before, you know. I'm Korri Samad. I'm one of a kind. Like nobody has really seen anybody like me on Zeus or like on TV. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot for people to digest, and I get it, but people will get it one day, baby. I'm already in the future at the Grammys at the on the red carpet, so I don't know what you know. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it.
They gotta catch up.
Yeah, Vroom, vroom. Like sexy. It's sexy. Vroom. Yeah.
I want to, before we even move on, I want to take it back. I want to actually get to know who Korri Samad is, you know, just before Bad Boys. So, what kind of person were you like growing up?
Yeah. So I, Korri Samad, the entertainer, artist, philanthropist, billionaire in the making, am well. I started off. humble beginnings. I come from, I'm from New Jersey. I grew up, I would say well off. I grew up in the suburbs, but also the hood. Like my parents had me young, so my grandparents were really the ones with money. Like you feel me? And so my grandparents moved to like the suburbs, and I went to school there. I had like a room there. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up there in the suburbs. Like I like would go to my mom's house when I want to, or live with my mom. Like we all kind of coexisted together. You know what I'm saying? So my upbringing was very much so like, oh, like one part. So East Orange, New Jersey is like kind of like a little bit more urban, like more rough. And that's where I live with my mom. And then South Orange is like the suburbs where like SZA went to my high school, like Lauren Hill's kids went to my school, stuff like that. Like so I grew up around like different vibes. So that's why, I can be who I am and still survive like on Zeus and be fine. Like it's like, what's up? So that's that. And then also, I come from entrepreneurs. Like, my grandmother also owned a restaurant in East Orange, New Jersey, B Southern Cuisine. Shout out to them. For like, 14 years, like a long, long time. And so I grew up in the kitchen around entrepreneurs and hard workers. Like I used to go to Restaurant Depot with my grandma every morning and go get
Yeah.
supplies for the restaurant and, see like a woman run a ship. That's why I love Natalie and like what she's doing too, and respect for her to see her journey, because it's just like, I love a matriarch, like a woman who's just
Mm-hmm.
empowered and just doing stuff, because that's what I come from and that's what have seen. And
Mm-hmm.
so, that, and then my mom, she worked for the government, and immigration and stuff like that. Hardworking woman. She had fashion businesses and stuff. That's why with my clothing, I don't really care. Like I'll try different things. I've seen that. I used to go to New York City with her to go to different vendors and get different fabrics and stuff and different accessories my whole childhood too. But she worked every single day. My parents had me at 19 and worked super hard. And my dad, he was in the streets. That's another thing. Like basically my whole childhood, I saw him turn his life around and become like a millionaire. It's literally saw him go from having nothing to becoming a millionaire. Well, having a lot.
When you have the blueprint, give it to me.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm just here to listen and just be open ears, ears. Exactly. While I'm talking, ears, open ears, and take in as much as I can and learn as much as I can. That's as important. So
That's what's up.
that's what
So
my
like,
upbringing was like.
if that's like, so what
Sorry, my
made you want
roommate.
to get on Bad Boys?
What made me want to get on Bad Boys? I decided to do it because I make music. John and whatever the he has to say about my music being whack. At the end of the day, I could John, he and a Don. Anyway, the list goes on. All these talking shit. But I'm strong. I don't give a. You can suck my King Kong, suck my King Kong, suck my King Kong. This big is black and it's long. All these talking all that shit every day. I don't give a. But the no, I'm kidding. I'm a little lit. I'm a little lit. These hoes. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Like, what the fuck is wrong with all these raggedy? But I'm not saying that about John. I'm just saying about anybody who has opinions about me. John's my brother. But all them other raggedy hoes like Pootie and a cesspool and Jada Shark toot. I don't give a like you think like what? My finger has been broken. Like I would have been squared up with all of you hoes
Well,
if
there's
I
always
didn't
reunion.
already. Yeah, there is.
Mm. Lord. So if we're already on that train, let's get into it, okay? Mm.
Don't be acting like it's gonna be scary for me over there. What you mean?
There-
What you mean? Ain't nobody scared. Like I don't give a fuck.
uh,
Win, lose, or draw, I may get my ass beat, and that's okay. That's okay. But
mm.
these ain't gonna shut me the fuck up. And my music's still better than them. And my drip is still really better than these in real life. Like what the fuck? Let's go.
I know that's right.
Let's go. You're not gonna shut Korri Samad up or stop him. What the? I stand on my own too. I'm my own kind. I have my own value.
Your own stock value. Mm. So let's take it back, okay? So episode 1, boom, it starts. Y'all are on that sprinter, and immediately you and Say start going back and forth about after you made a comment about people only knowing how to fight. What
Mhm.
irritated you in that moment?
So what irritated me in that moment was, first of all, that moment was a buildup, right? So the public, the people only saw, the last like maybe 5 minutes of a 2 hour bus ride. So he initially started the conversation before before I said what I said, and then he reacted that way. The conversation started with him going around asking everyone on the bus, "So what makes you a bad boy?" But whenever he asked me, he was like, "So what makes you a bad boy?" You know what I'm saying? So that's why even if you look at that scene, John even says like, "Well, who are you talking to?" Like, but I was the one who was explosive in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But so it started off with him, saying, "What makes you a bad boy?" And I'm explaining myself. I'm like, "Oh, I moved across the country by myself. Boom, boom, boom. This is this, that, and the third." And then he just like then that's whenever he was just like, sorry, there's a lot going on. I have ADHD. So
Me too.
basically, he was like, so what makes you a bad boy? And so I'm explaining myself. I'm like, I moved across the country by myself, at 23, no college degree, boom, 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 and then he just had like a little attitude about it the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And it was just kind of weird. And then finally, I was still explaining myself. We were still in conversation. And then I got to the point where I was just like, I think know how to do is like fight. Like it was weird. I was already irritated because of the fact that he was like kind of throwing little jabs at me like the whole time, like kind of making me feel like I didn't belong there or something kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm confident in myself. Like I don't give a fuck how many followers you have. Clearly, like, I do my own thing, So I wasn't even thinking like that, like, oh, I don't belong there. It's just like we gonna call a spade a spade. What the is your problem? And that's what I turned up on that pussy ass, as you guys will see, and or as you guys are seeing. But the pussy will unravel. The hole gets deeper. The pussy hole gets deeper around that because he's a pussy ass.
So he basically asked a question that it wasn't needed. Just basically was just starting stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. That's exactly what it was. Like he was just like antagonizing, but being a bitch about it, like he does. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like poking the bear, but then hiding his hand. And then so because of the fact that I exploded, obviously Zeus is gonna use the most like interesting part of, the 2 hour bus ride and clip it in the most interesting way to do it. And, me as a reality TV star now, like just learning, and becoming a reality TV star, I'm learning that that's just a part of the business, and I'm okay with that. I'm not tripping. So
Yeah. And then we fast forward to when y'all are off the sprinter. Jada jumps in because he didn't like the everybody comments. Did it feel like people kept taking your words personally?
yeah, I kind of did feel attacked at that moment, but then lo and behold, after that I found out on the bus that they were friends, and they cut this out of the episode 2. They were talking about jumping me on the bus, and that's why how I got cool with John for real.
Whoa.
Yeah, they were talking about jumping me, and then they were like, "Oh, because really what happened was, I was arguing with Sace, and then Jada was like, "Oh, well, we don't do one-on-ones or something like that, like we don't do one-on-ones." And I was like, "Oh, so y'all about to jump me?" And then John was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna let them jump you. I'm not gonna let them jump you." So ever since then, I was like, "Oh, he's a solid ass nigga, like for that, like on some real shit," because I was really in there thugging it out by myself, like just really standing on my own shit. And they were friends. They were already knew each other before, so it was just like this shit is already kind of boo boo, like bitch. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's how they give it up in real life. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, can you bitches even really stand alone like me? I can have the whole world on my and I'm gonna still stand on my tens and be myself, bitch. Y'all fucking cocksuckers who never do no shit like that, bitch. Out of here.
Uh-uh. Yeah, it's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little
Weird as
weird.
and did you see the last episode? Tremaine running and asking Jada, like, uh,
Oh my god.
bitch, like, come on, like,
Yeah.
who? They just have more followers than me, people. Like, I promise you, like, they just that's it, and that's all. Like,
Mm. Mm-mm.
that's literally it.
So even after that, when y'all finally pull up, also you see Lynx. What was going through your head after seeing him after auditions?
Well, honestly, he was the only person I was really thinking about the whole day. Like, the rest of everything that happened was kind of just like irrelevant. Like I like that was my main thing since before. I'm coming into this environment, I don't really know anybody, so I don't have any. And I honestly went into it with no expectations, so only expectation I really had the whole time was, oh, this nigga from auditions who I have beef with and we both got on the show. Like,
Mhm.
we're obviously expected to fight each other. Like that's why we got on the show. So that was really my what was on my mind the whole time. But by the time I got to Links, I had already, had four altercations on the bus, and it was just like my mind was in a whirlwind. It was just adrenaline and just then, I go out, there's 100 cameras on the lawn. I see Lemmy, I see Natalie, I see production, Miss Ashley,
Yeah.
everyone. I'm like, oh God, like what's going on? Like, so it Links. So it was just a lot. It was a lot going on.
Yeah, no, for sure it was. So, hmm. Moving on to episode 2. Everybody starts questioning your hand injury because you did a cartwheel too.
I'm
Like, how did that make you feel when people started pressing you?
I mean, I didn't really feel like nobody was pressing me per se, but I just felt like, oh well, I wouldn't say press, like, cause I wasn't pressed clearly. Like, I didn't feel pressed or anything. I was just kind of handling that shit. Like like I told Link, sit the down, like shut up, sit the down, everything, and he did that. Jada, he thought he was gonna get me. I did a cartwheel away, didn't get touched. So I think that shit just really went my way. If we're being honest, if we're really being honest here. Um,
Yeah.
so it was, I wouldn't say pressed, but what I would say is that I definitely felt like I was around a pack of like loud, angry bitches who just like wanted to come at me because they're jealous and
Mhm.
had like problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, why, like, it's always like that. Like, why are you always coming after, like, it's never cool when you're going after one person. Like, it's just kind of, it's always turns out lame. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yeah.
You can
No,
never
I
go
totally
after one
understand.
person for too long because it becomes lame after a while. You know what I'm saying? So I had already, you guys have seen clips of what I've had been experiencing for what, maybe 48 to 78 hours after this point. Like, and the real tea is like, even whenever we were on the lawn in the front, when we got there, Lemmy had actually said like, "Yo, like Corey's the star of the show right now," because I had all the altercations on the bus. They're watching everything and seeing how everything unfolds. So after that, niggas were a little stank with me, like didn't really want to talk to me in the scenes and shit like that. So they wanted to
Yeah.
like beat my ass type shit, and like we're trying to exclude me. That's why even now, like you see shit going on, like they're trying not to like talk to me if like we have beef, then they'll try to ignore me and shit. Like I don't need y'all. That's the tea. That's the real tea, bitch.
Mhm.
I don't need you. And I'm very talented and very skilled, and I worked my whole life to be in this position, and nobody's taking that shit away from me. So,
I know that's how did you so on also by episode 2. Yeah, also on episode 2, why do you think Pootie kept coming for you?
well, I feel like Pootie's a jealous, and he knows that Landon thinks that I'm hot, and obviously, I don't actually want Landon. I'm 28, grown as. I need a grown who's fighting his bitch. 40s, 45, baller, bitch. Take me on a yacht in Italy. That's what the I'm really like. You know what I'm saying? Landon is just cool. I'll just get some head from him because I like his Twitter, like type shit. Like, so I'm really just like popping it on that way. And I know it's making his nigga mad. So that's why I'm saying it because I don't like his nigga. I respect Landon and I feel like he's like a cool person. You know what I'm saying? But I really just feel like Pootie was just intimidated as the whole time. And honestly, that's what I could gather because I know that they have a lot of drama surrounding that. And I know I'm an attractive man. And, I know I have substance and a lot to offer. I'm not like the rest of these niggas. So I can see how people would find me attractive or want to isolate me, like either or. Sometimes it's a combination of both. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it was just that jealous energy coming in from him for sure. Cause it's like,
Mm.
bitch, I just threw water. Like, it's not even that deep. It's not that serious at all. Like, I threw water, even though, like, I did say, which I get, we all have different temperaments and I may have done the same thing, like in a way. Like, say if I was angry or I don't know, like in a different mood, someone threw water and I'm like, bitch, if I was already irritated, like, or something's going on, then maybe I might want to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, you saw me fighting and you saw somebody throw something at me and you know that they just, you know, we're just in the scene. Like, it's just like, bro, you're just trying to like, because you feel like you
Yeah.
can in that moment. Like you're trying to pop your shit because you feel like you can in that moment on me. Because
Mhm.
you feel like you can in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because anything,
Yeah.
bro, on TV, anything you do in the moment, you're doing because you feel like you can in the moment. Like you feel me? You're not gonna do something that you feel like you can't on television while you're in 4K.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Do you, did you feel like certain people were trying too hard to prove that they were like bad boys?
um, do I feel like people were trying too hard to say? I wouldn't say that. I feel like people were trying too hard to say that they're bad boys per se. But what I would say is that I feel like people were very like image conscious. Like they were more so like, oh, if I keep it cute and cool with this person, you know, I'll win the fans over in the end because they already have fans and they already have clout. So even if I really with this person in real life and they're like actually a genuine person, like for real,
Yeah.
um, I'd rather just go with them because it's gonna work out better for me. Like, he's gonna be the LVBB, like, you know. So it's just like I don't give a though. I like as I said, I promised God when I got on the show I would be nothing but myself. That's how I got it. Like I prayed and I was just like, God, I promise if I get this opportunity, I'll just be myself the whole entire time. And that's exactly what I did. So I don't give a y'all hoes can suck my dick. Dead eyes.
Was there tension? Like, was there like, was
Like
there
what?
tension in the house that like viewers didn't get to see, or that we didn't get to see?
I don't know. I don't know if there was tension per se, but like, it was just in the blogs. Like, I don't know if I want to talk about it for real, but just like different things. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, and then wrapping up on like episode 2 into 3. Did Island Boy come in and shift the energy of the house?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like he definitely did. He was definitely anticipated energy. I didn't know he actually had real things going on. That's why he wasn't there. I thought it was like a production thing to like build his anticipation because you even see like even how he was promo during the auditions, because he hit the guy in the head with the chair and it was like a big thing, and they had like already casted him and all that stuff. So I thought that, production was setting up this like grand entrance for him, which they kind of
Mm-hmm.
did still. They still did. But I thought it was like deservingly so, but I just didn't know what type of shit he was gonna come in on. Like I didn't know if he was gonna come in on like and I know he had a loud personality and I do too. So I didn't know if he was gonna be cool or if it was gonna be like, oh, he was gonna try to beat my ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, but whenever I met him, he's really cool. And he gave me a couple pointers on like how to make money after the show is wrapped up and stuff. And like, I just feel like he's just really, he gave me like Big Brother vibes for real, like just
Mm-hmm.
chill. You know what I'm saying? He's really good at his job. I would say that too. Like, he's somebody that I would ask questions to because he's been in the reality TV space before. So I would talk to him about certain things and just pick up. That's something that I would do too. Just like go around, just ask different people different things to just soak up as much as I can. Because I'm a newbie here, but I just want to be as successful as I possibly can, you know?
Mm-hmm. So like moving on to episode 3, do you feel like people kept do you feel like you kept getting dragged into other people's problems?
Do you have like an example?
Like I think this is like this was
Oh,
episode 3.
mm.
Like for example, how you were basically trying to
The Pootie thing
uh
and the Landon thing.
yes,
I
and then
forgot
you
about
got
that.
yeah, and then you got hit by
Hit
Pootie
for no
not once but
reason.
twice.
Yeah, no, exactly. So that's why I'm on that fucking dirty ass, shitty ass bitch's ass right now. Um, so let me just break this whole thing down. So first of all, I broke my finger. Production paid $2,000 to fix my finger. You know what I'm saying? At the time, like they paid for everything. So they were just on some like, Korri, you bring other value here. You know what I'm saying? Like just chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And also being a bad boy, you don't have to just fight all the time. Like production isn't just telling us to fight all the time. Like we just do it because it's like, we really have beef with each other. You know what I'm saying? And also we're putting on a show. So it's like we got smoke with each other, handle that shit for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But production is not the one saying, fight, fight, fight. So if they just paid $2,000 money out of their pocket for, a possession of theirs, which we are when we're filming, you know what I'm saying? That's why we have security. That's why, because we're part of production. We're part of the machine. So they're like, Korri, just like chill for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just chill. And so that's the type of vibe I was on. That's why even in the scene before, you see me with the fucking, I put the thing, the handkerchief, whatever the fuck, to mollywop someone, and I'm just like, yeah, if a bitch tries me, I'm gonna just do this. Cause I was just like, all right, I can bring the entertainment right now, like, but still like be kind of halfway serious. Like maybe I will hit a bitch with this shit if they try it, like, cause I would have. But that shit just caught me off guard because it was like, Lynx, and then so the thing is, Lynx was coming outside. Mind you, as y'all know, Lynx is the person who I've had beef with since auditions. I had a beef with him since auditions. Came in first day, had beef with him. Second day, came in from the hospital. We're still going back and forth. Then the third day, I'm outside chilling with Landon Island Boy, and John, you know what I'm saying? We're chilling, chopping it up. And then this nigga who at the time I'm thinking this weird ass nigga is walking up, like, what the is he on? I'm thinking he's about to fight me for real. And then he's popping it to somebody else randomly, unbeknownst to me, because I didn't see that that was an actual instance that happened. But unbeknownst to me, he came up talking about some imaginary picture. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this nigga's weird. Like, what is going on? This is not making sense. Like, and I'm on their side. And at the end of the day, when the cameras are on us and we're mic up, we're doing a job. Like, we're all creating content there. Like, regardless if your mouth is open and you have a body and you're moving and the camera's on you and the mic is on you, you're creating content. So I'm doing my job. If production has us all on in a scene together, we're all on an even playing field, ho. So I'm gonna say everything that I see around me. I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna say this shit is wrong. I'm gonna speak on it, bitch. I'm doing my job. I don't want to
Yeah.
clout off of you ghetto ass mangy bitches. Are you dumb? Do you know who the I am, bitch? Wait on it, ho, because you're gonna see. Mwah.
Mm.
Because you're not stopping shit. Niggas are pressed. They've been fighting their life like Wakanda for the last 10 years of their life just to get where I'm getting now. Like, and we're on the same level, on a higher platform, getting paid the same amount to do what the we're doing. So what are you saying? That's why they're mad.
Mm. Whew. So I'm gonna line this up a little bit, and I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask you some questions that I asked all the bad boys. I'm gonna clip it together, so everyone just says their answers. The first question I have for you is, who in the house switched up the most once the camera turned on?
Once the camera turned on. Okay, so this, damn, I don't know. I can't say it because I can't say it. But there is somebody that I do feel this way about, and it'll come out. Hopefully, it comes out on the show. If not, I'll like we can revisit this at a time if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just somebody who we have like mutual friends, and we kind of like met each other, and so he had actually like snuck into my hotel like while because production has us on lockdown and stuff before filming, and so he snuck into my hotel. We like were chilling, like we smoked all that shit, like we were just vibing. And so we had like a connection, and I just felt like on camera, because I'm different, I'm Korri, like I just felt like he would just like act like we weren't cool, and then off camera like be chilling with me, and I just didn't get it, and it just like really like with me because I'm really being genuine. So I'm just like, what the fuck? These niggas are weird as fuck, like but we chopped it up, and I understand. I get it. I get it. It's
Mm.
Hollywood.
Mm. I think someone had told me before that. What did they say? Spots on a leopard never change. So
Yeah. Yeah.
take it for who they are. Take it for who they are the first time. Next question is, who talks the most but doesn't really want to fight?
Tremaine. Did you see last episode? Did
I
you see
did.
episode 4? And then he's Jada, Daddy Jada, protect me. And then Jada's big doofy ass. Oh, I'm saying bitch, out of here, ho. Oh, there's something I want to say. I was like, bro, like dumbass, big doofy, get the out of here, ho. Nobody's scared of that. Like, are you dumb? I don't give a. All you can do is beat my ass and go lace a fucking lace front, glue a lace front. Like, what? You may
My
be able to beat
goodness.
my ass. Ooh, good for you, you animal. I'm so sick of this. I'm
Since
sick of
y'all
these.
been house, there was definitely like a rumor going around that like Tremaine and Jada was doing more than they should have. Do you agree, or were you just not there?
I mean, um, listen. So all I'm gonna say is I would just take all the evidence of everything that everybody has been saying and do what you will with that and make your own decisions on it. Because yeah, but I'm just gonna say that there was just a lot of niggas was tripping over dick and doing weird shit and trying to fight niggas over dick and all different types of hoe shit, and that I wasn't really into, bitch. And I'm a real ass nigga, so I'm you know I'm not about to beef over some hoe shit, like for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bitch, we're not
Fact.
doing that. So,
Yeah, no.
yeah, weird ass bitch. Keep it pushing. Delusional,
No.
shark tooth, baby shark, bitch.
Word.
Uh,
If what cast member do you think the fans are overhyping right now?
definitely Pootie and Landon, both of them. No shade. It's just that they came in with fans, so it's like, that's something that I learned after, like being on TV and being in front of millions of people. Like, I feel like because I see things in like and large groups of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see it as just like one person anymore. I see like multitudes of like one thing. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So multitudes of one idea or multitudes of one tweet, multitudes of one like comment. And so it just shows me that people don't really think for themselves anymore. Like bitches just want to be cool. And it's like, that's fucking lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, if you had to remove one person from the cast completely, who would it be?
May okay, respectfully, Alpha Ant, just because he, as you saw last episode, he requested to go home. You know what I'm saying? So if he didn't want to be there, he could have had somebody else who really, really wanted it could have been there too. But I will say, everybody's experience is their own. You know what I'm saying? And so he deserved to be there, and he was meant to be there too. So I'm not trying to say like, oh, like on some go home type shit. But I'm just saying more, and I'm happy that he was there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have no beef with him or anything. We had a little thing about him going home, be off camera, actually. Well, that's something that happened off camera. It was just more so he wanted to go home, and I just thought it was kind of crazy because it was around the time that we heard the OGs were coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so his whole storyline before was beefing with them at auditions with like Aura and all that too. So I was like, bro. And so the thing is, the morning before that, he was literally just popping it. He was like, yeah, y'all gonna see why I'm Alpha Ant. Like, you're gonna see this and y'all gonna see blah, blah, blah. And by nighttime, that was a scene where we were on the bus and he was like, I volunteer myself to go home. And then I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why are you trying to go home when you just were popping it in the morning that you were gonna like these niggas up and you're gonna see why this and that. And so he was like, by night, he wanted to go home and this and that. So it was the following morning before we started filming. And so, he was up and I was up. I always woke up early. It was me and Lynx who got up early, even though we were like beefing. It would just be us two up like early as in the morning. Like he would be on the beach and I would go walk out on the beach, like, or vice versa, whatever. But Alpha Ant was up this day and I went to chop it up with him because he was a little sad and stuff. And I'm an empathetic person, so I felt bad. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, you good?
So last question before we go into post show and current stuff going on the internet.
Mm.
If you'd expose everything today, whose image would be destroyed first?
Mm, well, honestly, I would just say like I kind of stayed out the way and wasn't really in anybody's business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what the fuck went on behind closed doors, but I will say that I had my own personal situation with like a cast member who I really actually liked, like behind the scenes kind of like thing. And then I found out that I found them in the bed with Lynx and they were like with him. And I was just like, oh shit. And I didn't even know that they were talking like that. Like I knew that they were friends, but I didn't know that they were talking like that or anything. And so, but the thing is, we had a date planned and shit like for after the show. And so I didn't even know this, but I wasn't tripping in that. And then so then we had we had like a layover when we were coming back home and I basically we were just stopped at a restaurant and I was joking around like, oh, basically like this is our like this is our first like fake first date, like because we had a date planned for after the show, like literally the weekend after the show ended. I was supposed to fly to where he lives and like go see him and shit. And so I paid for everything and it was a joke though. But then maybe like 5 minutes after that, I was on like FaceTime and then he was with Lynx and then he was like, oh, like pull your dick out. And then I was like, what the I was on it. And then I was just like, this shit is crazy. Like, and so yeah, that's how I ended my bad boy experience. Yeah, kind of sucked. And it was
Wow.
just like this whole switch up like after everything ended. It was just like horrible. Yeah. Broke my heart.
Woo!
Broke my heart.
Ew. Can I guess who it
But it's all
was?
good though. Yeah, sure.
Is it Shooty? Shoddy?
Maybe Signal, yeah, yeah, it was. But that's the whole truth. Like, I don't know whatever, and then I'm hearing whatever. Da, da, da. I don't give a. It's whatever, but that's just what I heard. So, well, not what I
We
heard,
all live
but
and we learn. We all have our different experiences. I just want to take it to heart. But your person is your person, and he just wasn't the one. But there's
I don't give a fuck. I got hoes. I'm not looking for love. I'm looking for money and hoes. I like was just like, damn, we shared this experience with each other. Like, I thought you was cool. I didn't think that I was gonna get slimed out like that. That should have me up. That's it. That's all. We're getting this money from 2026 and beyond. These hoes. What the
wow. So
love? Love. See, that's why I got these niggas tripping for real in real life. They think I'm one way, and then I'm Gemini.
oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna go into you know what the fans have been wanting me to ask.
Mm.
So you said Landon was sexy, good looking, that he can get it if he wanted to. What were you saying about that? Like, were you just trolling? Were you like kind of serious about it? What's going on?
Okay, so I'm definitely trolling. Like, as I said earlier, like, I'm 28. My 29th birthday is in less than a month. I'm looking for somebody older, like in their 40s, like late 30s, somebody who can teach me something for real. Like, do I think Landon is attractive? Definitely. Like, I've seen his Twitter, I'm a fan. I was a fan before, a castmate, before colleague, fan before colleague of the OnlyFans. And so I just am popping my shit. And then obviously I don't like his ass boyfriend. Like his boyfriend's a weirdo and is obviously obsessed with me. I'm gonna play in your face on the internet too. And so that's all this is, if you're
Okay.
being honest. And I'm doing my job. Like I would be dumb for you not to slap me. We're in a scene together on a TV show that millions of people are watching, and for me not to come at you, like, and then his whole thing is you did it on the show, but I'm like, we all know that you guys are doing a jump set. You already said you're gonna jump me at reunion, but before then you've been doing a jump set. So if I have a broken ass finger and I actually have value in myself and I care about my body, and I know that I'm about to get jumped once I retaliate on you, why the would I just go and just start fighting you and immediately? Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you would think
Yeah.
about it,
Mm-hmm.
but as you guys will see, for like, I didn't really have to, and it was just something that was handled for me later on in the season. But
Mm-hmm.
just doing my job, the job doesn't stop when the camera stops, when filming stops. No, bitch. When it airs, it's your job to fucking speak on what happened too, and that's all. That's it. That's all.
So so did Landon ever respond to those comments afterwards? I know he said like jumping, but did he say anything else afterwards?
I don't know, but the nigga was just on live today talking about some. Oh, yeah, we're jumping him out his skirt at reunion, and I'm just like, okay. First of all, I'll take it off myself. That's number one, and number two, you was just on my. Well, I added him on Snapchat to be funny, but he actually added me back yesterday. So I'm like, this in their fake ass relationship, Future playing in Pootie's face on God's and Beyonce's internet. Cause like, bitch, stop. Oh, sorry, I was just this. But stop playing. And at the end of the day, I don't give a. It's just very like ironic and weird that whatever.
So just going back a little bit to as well how we were talking about Shoddy. Um, I feel like because I saw live where Jada had brought up you crying over Shoddy on live. Like, do you feel like that was necessary for him to bring up? Like, do you think that was even his place? And I think he was on the live with Lynx too as well.
Yeah, no, he was in love with Lynx at the time. I mean, I feel like he's just. Mm. There's things I want to say and get into, but you can't throw rocks from a glass house. Don't throw rocks from a glass. Wait, rocks from a glass house. Don't throw rocks from a glass fucking house, Jada. And I feel like he's just that type of, like, he's like, oh, like, you know, he as you see this happen to me, I'm gonna do that. Like, the situations are totally different, totally different. Two totally different situations. And at the end of the day, as I said, I don't know what the Lynx and Shawty were doing in the bed. I just know that I walked in there. It was dark. It was silent. I was just like, oh shit. I was kind of up about it because it was also a very special night for all of us that both of them kind of participated in and I didn't. So I kind of felt like, oh, there's some TV shit going on. Like the person who I really like fuck with for real is fucking with this nigga over me because he felt like he has more value. He's related to Meatball, like all that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, and I'm just Korri just by myself. And you know, these niggas think I'm weird anyway. So it's like, what's the value in me? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So that shit really like hurt my feelings, like for real, like on some real shit. And I'm man enough to admit that. I'm a real ass nigga. As I said, I say how the fuck I feel. Like that shit hurt my feelings. And I like reacted to it, and that's it, that's all. But that was just me in the moment. It's not because, and I didn't cry about it. I definitely didn't cry, like, you know, but did I react? Did I be like, what the fuck is Link's doing in here? Like, and slam the door and leave the house? Yeah, I did all that. But I
Mm.
went and I sat and started writing a song about it. I did that because I'm an artist and I transmute my energy into something greater.
As you should. I think that's nothing for you to be ashamed of. That's a form of emotion. That's at that, that's a form of a healthy emotion. So,
Exactly.
um, with
But
that too as
Crasher,
well, how are you with Noel? Is like, are you guys considered a couple? Are you guys getting to know each other? Are you guys? Because I've seen things of like Noel saying that y'all already, had sexual
no, I never,
stuff going on, or
we never
like he. Okay. Oh, okay. I saw stuff where it said like, where it was like he took you through there and all that.
Well, I'm Brian took me through there. It's crazy. Well, he will never take me through there. That will never happen. It's just, you know, we're just having fun. Like that's it. We live in the same city, link up, do what we want to do. Like, you know. But I'm not interested in him like that. Like, you know, I'm not interested in anyone as far as like a relationship or anything. You know, as I said, I'm focused on my money and building my rising career in entertainment. Like that's my goal. Mm, as I said, and the only person that I actually really did have feelings for real, and as I said, was that person, you know, that we mentioned, and you know, that was just something that was unexpected for me, and that went left. So,
Hmm.
yeah,
Lastly, about that too, like before we wrap up, like Noel had also mentioned that how just like how you had a crush on or a form of a relationship with Shadi, he had that same thing with Jada. He said he had a crush on Jada. They would be on Fortnite together. They would literally just be chopping it up. These are things that he's
yeah.
told to me.
He was saying
So it's
like
like,
after the show, right?
yeah, after the show. So how do you feel about like, do you feel like that bothers you in a sense, but at the same time you said you guys
No, I
are.
don't give no. As I said, I'm not with Noel. Like not that nigga, but that nigga. Like it's not like that. Like bitch, I'm here for Corey Samad. I told you the only nigga that I really wanted for real was Shouty at the time. Like dead ass. Like and he played in my face. So all these niggas for real. I don't give a. You know.
Mm,
I'm here by myself. I'm gonna do my own thing. And but as I'm saying, like I have respect for Shawty. Like he's cool. Like he's my friend. Like out, well, you know, like we have a relationship. I would say that we're friends. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we just have that thing that happened and stuff. So it is what it is. Only reason I'm speaking about this myself is because it's already public knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put it out there. It was put out there, and I'm gonna speak my truth and just say everything that happened. Like you know what I'm saying? And just that's what it was. But yeah, so
yeah. Well, that's all we have right now is for episode 1 through 4. Of course, we're gonna have you back. When we see
well, I'll be
things
back.
more,
Mhm.
we see more
Oh,
things
please.
unfold and transpire.
There's so much more I have to say. Trust me.
No, for sure. And you already know this is a safe space for you to speak your truth, be yourself authentically. And yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you want Corey Samad back. And
Yeah.
we'll catch y'all on another episode of All Things Davon.
All
Bye,
things
y'all.
Devon. Bye, bitch.
Look at an extra.